beginner's guide to the magical world of medicinal plants. Always do your own research. Always stay up to date on any supplements you may be taking. Always talk to your doctor or healthcare provider before starting any herbal remedy, especially if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or have pre-existing conditions and are currently taking any medications, whether that is prescribed or over the counter, as some herbs can cause contraindications, mess with the effectiveness of the medication, and in some instances, make it completely ineffective. Also, I am not a doctor. I am just a beginner herbalist trying to make the world a more natural place, one herb at a time. And now that that's out of the way, welcome and welcome back, my botanical babes and my funky fun guys, to Medicinal Mondays with Ray, where we talk about all things medicinal, magical, herbal, and holistic. Blessings and good vibes to you on this day. I am so grateful to be here. I am Ray. Let food be thy medicine, and medicine be thy food. Famous words from the Greek physician Hippocrates. There's a fine line between food and medicine. They're kind of interchangeable. I think most of us know this, like good food is good for the soul. Having a good meal is just, it's good for us. And this week's herb friend falls into that category. It isn't really an herb, and it's not part of the mint family. But in herbalism, if you use food as medicine, it falls under the herb category. So this week's herb friend is none other than the infamous poor man's penicillin, vampire and werewolf fighting off garlic themselves. Da-da-da. Hippocrates himself prescribed garlic to treat various medical conditions, and modern science has confirmed many of these health benefits. Like, they're backing Hippocrates up. And not just him. Throughout ancient history, people widely used garlic for a bunch of health and medicinal properties, including the Egyptians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Chinese, the Indians. The Bible and the Quran mention it. And while garlic is native to Central Asia, there are cloves dating back 3,000 years that were allegedly found in King Tut's tomb. I love Egypt, and I think that's crazy fascinating. And then a part of me is also like, some of y'all have never seen the Mummy movie. So garlic's primary actions are in its antimicrobial properties and the benefits it has on the respiratory tract. Although it does hold some value in the digestive system and the circulatory system, its main functions are being crazy antibacterial and being so beneficial for the respiratory system. So, garlic is an anti-inflammatory, an antimicrobial, cholagogue, diaphoretic, diuretic, expectorant, hypotensive, and hypolipidemic. But what does it all mean? Garlic has long been associated for its immune boosting and antimicrobial benefits. Most of the health benefits found in garlic are from a sulfur compound called allicin, and scientists now know that the health benefits are due to the formation of that sulfur compound when you chop, chew, or crush garlic. And it does something that pharmaceutical antibiotics could never do. Garlic can increase your immune system activity. Studies have shown that garlic actually increases your natural killer cells of the immune system and reduces inflammation of cytokines. Garlic's immune boosting, supporting potentials extend beyond its antimicrobial properties. Like, it has been found to enhance the activity of immune cells, like macrophages and lymphocytes, which play crucial roles in the body's defense mechanisms. And by modulating the immune system, garlic helps the body maintain a balanced immune system. Garlic can help you balance out and maintain your immune system. That's just like, that's wild to me that the antimicrobial properties in this vegetable herb medicine can do that for you. I want to take a quick second and apologize for two things. One, the sun. It's peeking in and out of the clouds, so I'm getting a bit of whitewash here. And two, my birds. As a bird mom, I don't really notice them, but today they're especially loud because of the sun. So I'm sorry if Emmy up there is causing some earaches, but well, bird mom life. So not only is garlic a strong antimicrobial herb that fights against bacterial, viral, fungal, and parasitic pathogens, it can help prevent you from getting sick and shorten the duration of your cold and flu. This pungent herb can break up mucus, chest infections, bronchitis. Like, garlic is the respiratory system's best friend and especially shines when it's breaking up congestion in the lungs or in the sinuses. Like, garlic is a spicy herb, so it stimulates mucus flow, and it also helps thin mucus so it can be expelled from the body easier. It's effective both when using it internally or externally as an infused oil that you can rub on like your feet or your chest as well. Several studies show that garlic is effective in both preventing and addressing upper respiratory tract infections. Like, again, I can't say that. I can't say it enough. Garlic is the respiratory system's best friend. I've read a lot about a lot of different herbs. And I can honestly say so far that there is nothing that tops garlic when it comes to the respiratory system and fighting infections. So far. But not only that, garlic is good for a toothache, and this is a swear to God real story. My husband used to get real bad toothaches, like bad. And if you've never had a toothache, consider yourself lucky. So after, weeks of draining liquid gels into a shot glass and applying it to the tooth, I had found out and read that garlic cloves help with toothaches. So then I got him to start chewing on garlic cloves on like the affected tooth, and sure as shit, the pain went away and eventually the infection went away because it turned out he had an abscess tooth. But the infection went away because he started chewing garlic. So my botanical babes and funky fun guys out there that got some toothaches or abscess tooths or infections, I swear by it. I haven't done it, but I have been witness to it. It does work. Garlic and cloves for a toothache. Straight up. And along with supporting immune system health and respiratory health, garlic also supports healthy digestion. It contains the fiber inulin, which is a prebiotic, which is known to boost good gut bacteria. So cooking with fresh garlic can help address symptoms of stagnant digestion, including gas, bloating, or that heavy feeling you get after a big meal. Garlic also stimulates the appetite and encourages overall movement within your digestive system because it's warming. So it encourages the movement in your digestive system. It helps get things going. It's got strong antibiotic activity, which can help modulate inflammation within the body. As a driver, many modern chronic conditions, inflammation has an incredible important factor to address when it comes to overall health and wellness. There are a lot of things that could be prevented if we could all lower the inflammation in our body, which is predominant in the West and opposed to the East. So keep that in mind. If you do suffer from some chronic conditions, I don't want to say like take a look at your inflammation levels because I don't think that really makes sense, but take a look at what you're ingesting and see if it contributes to the inflammation in your body. Because, like I said, if we could all lower the inflammation in our body, we could all significantly lower a lot of chronic health conditions just from doing that alone. It kind of brings us into our next point that in North America, garlic is primarily used to support healthy cholesterol and blood pressure levels. That's what we use garlic here in the West for. Wouldn't have anything to do with our diet or, lifestyle, but garlic is believed to support vascular endothelial cells by reducing oxidative stress, helping to manage LDL or that bad cholesterol, oxidation, and supporting healthy blood flow. Additionally, garlic appears to help manage inflammatory mediators that are associated with cardiovascular health, and studies have shown that garlic supplementation may help support healthy systolic and diastolic blood pressure levels. It is suggested that allicin, which is again that sulfur compound, may play a role in activating endothelial nitric oxide, which supports smooth muscle relaxation and vasodilation, contributing to garlic's potential to support healthy blood pressure and circulation. Whew, that was a mouthful, but I wanted to make sure I got that information correct. Because garlic can lower inflammation, help with bad cholesterol, and support blood flow. And these are all things that are preventative that lead to chronic health conditions. And I don't know, maybe it's a thing for me that it's like there is just so much that we can do to have good health and to be healthy and to be our best selves in just even the food that we eat. And so many people either can't or choose not to. Garlic has demonstrated promising potential in supporting blood sugar management, particularly in the context of diabetes. Studies show that garlic and its active compounds may enhance insulin sensitivity, support pancreatic secretion of insulin, and help again manage that oxidative stress. And by supporting the body's absorption, metabolism, and utilization of carbohydrates, garlic helps cells absorb glucose more effectively and contributing to a more stable blood sugar levels. And clinical research has supported these findings, indicating that garlic supplementation may help manage fasting blood sugar levels in individuals with diabetes. And other studies show that taking garlic with metformin may enhance the blood sugar supporting capacity of the medication. But please, please, please talk to your doctor before you try that. Metformin is not a medication to be messing around with. If you do take that, talk to your doctor before incorporating more garlic into your diet. Externally, garlic's antifungal, antiviral, and antibiotic properties can be used to treat skin conditions. So the same antibacterial properties that help garlic be successful at fighting infections are the same antibacterial properties that you can use to help fight acne. Yeah, man, crack open a clove of garlic to get that chemical reaction going for the allicin and apply it to the affected areas. You can also use the juices to help repel mosquitoes if you don't mind smelling like garlic. And allegedly, if you place garlic around your seating areas, it'll repel mosquitoes too as an alternative to like a chemical or something, which I thought was interesting, but it makes sense. In the garden, it does the same thing. So why wouldn't it do the same things all around you? So I personally like to sit in the garden. So I don't know about having it around where all my guests are though. This is your reminder to drink some water. Stay hydrated. So this week's How Do We, I'm actually so excited for. I have never made it, but I've had it and it is so good. It's delicious. This week on our How Do we are going to make fermented garlic honey. Oh, yeah. And not only is it good for just your daily immune support, digestive and cardiovascular health, you can take this if you've got a sore throat, an irritated throat. You can add it to your dishes, to your soup, to hummus, toast, crackers. Like, I'm even thinking after a while, if I add some flour and soy sauce to it on the stove, it would make a bomb honey garlic sauce. And I love me some honey garlic sauce. So I'm actually very excited about this. So we're going to need 3 ingredients, and I only have 2. A jar, some garlic, thyme, but not the herb, and some unpasteurized honey. Raw, unpasteurized honey is the best one to use for medicine or medicinal purposes. There's a lot of information out there behind the differences between pasteurized and unpasteurized honey and the process that it goes through. When I went out to the bee place here in town, actually I didn't, my husband did, but we learned a lot about bees and how they make honey. So your unpasteurized raw honey is as natural as you get. It's going to have all of the antibiotic factors in it. It's going to have all the good stuff for your respiratory health. It's going to have all of the good chemical compounds in it. Whereas pasteurized honey, it doesn't. Also, pasteurized honey all tastes the same. It's supposed to taste the same. When you pick up raw unpasteurized honey, it's different. And for the longest time, I thought I didn't like honey. I was wrong. This one's my favorite. This one is my favorite with the wildflowers. Because if you didn't know, the flavor of your honey depends on the flowers that the bees use. Wildflower honey is all that. That one is good too, don't get me wrong. But wherever the bees got the flowers for that honey, that's where it's at. So, pause the video, get your gear together, and let's make some fermented garlic honey. All right, let's get this garlic honey on the go. First, we're going to separate and peel each clove of garlic and then cut it into halves or quarters depending on the size. But it is important to cut each piece of garlic at least once. Then we're going to add it to a mason jar, cover it with honey, and make sure you have enough honey to completely cover the garlic. Stir, cover the jar, and let it sit at room temperature for at least 48 hours or up to a week. Some sources say to let it sit for a week before use, some suggest 2. The garlic will still be quite potent at this time, but it is ready to use. It will mellow out and become more candied as time goes on, but just remember to open the jar at least once a day to let out any gases and stir the garlic and honey around. You can store this into your refrigerator for up to 9 months, use it as a condiment, drizzle, dressing, or take it as is just for general health support. Let's get magical. Darkwing Duck. A powerful apotropaic herb, garlic has been used to ward against vampires, demons, and black magic. It is also used as an aphrodisiac. Garlic can repel or attract depending on the intent and the will of the practitioner. Because you always have to have more than one book, right? Garlic is ruled by the planet Mars. Its element is fire, and its powers are protection, healing, exorcism, lust, and anti-theft. Garlic was once worn to guard against the plague, and it is still used to absorb diseases. Simply rub fresh peeled cloves of garlic onto the affected part of the body, then throw into running water. Garlic is also extremely protective. Sailors carry some while on a board ship to protect against its wreckage. Soldiers wore garlic as a defense in the Middle Ages, while Roman soldiers ate it to give them courage. Placed in the home to guard against the intrusion of evil, to keep out robbers and thieves, and is hung over the door to repel envious people. Garlic is especially protective in new homes. Thank you. What a good cup of tea. Not only is it tea time, it's safety time. And I realized earlier I wasn't wearing my watch. Oh well. If you choose to take garlic supplements, it is crucial to follow the recommended dosage guidelines provided on the product label or as advised by your healthcare professional. Supplements are concentrated in high doses and high dosages, so please use caution when taking supplements. Bad breath, it can sweat through your pores. Garlic may contribute to gas and bloating in some people, especially if you have IBS. So if you find that you are sensitive to garlic or onions or shallots or any of those, you can try cooking with the whole clove or whatever in your food and then just taking it out before you eat it. I know somebody who doesn't like onions, but they will put the whole onion in with their meal or whatever they're cooking and then take it out when it's done. So that's an option, as well as infused garlic oil or garlic extracts as well. If you're currently taking blood thinning medications such as warfarin, you should consult with your physician before you increase your garlic intake, as garlic can interfere with certain blood thinning medications. Diabetics on insulin, because garlic is known to increase the blood insulin levels, please talk to your doctor. Again, especially if you're taking metformin, where it's got that sugar supporting capacity to it, please talk to your doctor. Other than that, garlic's overall pretty safe. You might get some uncomfortable symptoms or side effects, gas and bloating, some stomach cramps. But other than that, I haven't found anything that renders garlic dangerous aside from those. So use your own discretion, do your own research, talk to your doctor again before you take any of our herby friends that we talk to. Your health and safety is just as important to me as sharing the information with you. So if you are unsure, do your research, talk to a professional, make an educated, smart decision, and not just based off of a video that you've watched on YouTube. And with that, we're at the end. Garlic's pretty friggin' cool. Pretty cool. Huge respiratory benefit. Huge antimicrobial, antibacterial benefit. Great for your digestive system. Your immune support alone. You know, I can't wait to start taking the garlic honey on like a regular basis just for the immune support and the digestive and all of that. Not even because I'm sick. I'm like, the more I learn, the more I am trying to be preventative and proactive with my health. Like I said, I drink a lot of herbal tea now. I drink a lot of tea, but herbs don't work unless you take them. So with that, thank you so much for joining me in the kitchen this week. It's been so
Not
much
only is
fun.
it tea time,
I had so much fun.
it's
I had
safety
so much
time,
fun making
and
the
I
garlic
realized
honey.
earlier
I
I
wasn't
wasn't
wearing
wearing
my
sitting
watch.
with you. Like
It's always a blast. Always a blast.
if you
Don't
choose
forget to help
take
your soil
garlic
supplements.
out, though, like,
It is
share,
crucial
subscribe
to
to my
follow
channel,
the
get the
recommended
word
dosage
out,
guidelines
help make the
provided
world
on
a
the
more
product
natural
label
place, 1 hour
or
at
as
a time
advised
with
by your
me.
healthcare professional. Supplements are concentrated
It's so
in high
easy to do.
doses and high
But with
dosages.
that,
So
stay
please
natural,
use
and may
caution
your
when taking
Mondays
supplements.
be magical.
Bad breath, it can sweat through your pores.